So tell us what happened when this extreme weather came through. What was it like, Michelle?
Frightening, absolutely frightening. I'm, as you can see, not a young person these days, and I've never lived through anything like this in my life. It started with we were at home, and I could hear this loud. It was like someone throwing bricks on my roof, just an occasional brick, and then it got heavier and heavier. It was so loud you couldn't even speak to anyone. You couldn't speak to one another. And it seemed to last for 10, 15 minutes, and it was just it was terrifying. Actually, I think the kids were frightened, the animals were definitely frightened, and I was. Roger and I looked at one another at one stage and went, "Is it ever going to stop?" They were huge. They were the size of golf balls. They were just enormous.
So that was hail that was slamming down on you?
Yes, yep, and rain at the same time. And it was coming in sleets. It was coming across. So it was actually getting underneath everyone's gutters, and our gutters were filling up with ice. So, of course, when it was raining, all the rain had nowhere to go. So it was coming in underneath the eaves. And I know I've spoken to so many people today that have got water damage in their homes. One particular person said to me, her husband got up in the roof and he could see, he thought there was water. So he started drilling holes to drain the water. And then he had a look and it was all ice, his whole roof was filled with ice. It just got underneath the eaves. And unfortunately, that's what happened here at the cinema. The gutters filled, and consequently our screen is now damaged and has to be replaced. Carpets. Unfortunately, our wonderful Cricks sound system has managed to escape any damage. So thank you, Scott Cricks. But yeah, no, look, people have lost their roofs have collapsed. There are so many businesses here that are closed that have got absolutely terrible damage. I mean, fortunately, I don't have such a huge cleanup as what many of them do, but a lot of ceilings have fallen in. Homes have been flooded once again that were flooded in January this year. So, I think we understand now how our state friends, New South Wales, feel. It's just awful for anyone that goes through this. But as I've said today, there's no loss of life. We're very fortunate. It's just material, and we will move forward and it will be repaired.
Did you have much warning that this extreme weather was on its way, Michelle?
No. We had a severe weather warning, which you often get. And living in Port Augusta or Stirling North, where I live, I think the rain always seems to get to Port Augusta and look and say, I'm here at Port Augusta, let's go the other way, because we don't get a heavy rainfall. So we sort of expected that we might get a bit of rain, but nothing like what we've experienced, never before. I went to drive in. I couldn't get into town to get to the cinema. The road was just sleets. It was just white ice with the hail, and there was just water in places that I've never seen before. It was just like water everywhere. I mean, one particular person from Elders talked about the waves that were going down the street because it was flowing so quickly. It was like waves of water. People were standing in Woolworths when the water came through, and the ceiling in the bakery collapsed. I mean, the ceiling at the football club, the ceiling at the Central Oval, the ceiling at the bakery. I think there would be countless people. There's hundreds of homes and hundreds of businesses that have been damaged. Nobody seems to become unscathed.
And is everybody helping each other out there, Michelle?
We live in a wonderful community, and yes, of course, everybody was out there last night, all over Facebook. Everyone's offering their assistance. People are out sandbagging. People are going to help people. I mean, Port Augusta is a great town. It's a beautiful town, and we've got lots of support, and everyone bands together when something like this happens. So I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that there's lots of people out there working. We've had people here at the cinema helping us today, pulling things to bits and pieces. I know there's people everywhere, and that's what we do in the country. We all band together and help one another. We're very lucky here.
And when do you think you might be opening up and showing your next movie there?
I'm hoping to be open in about 2 weeks. We do have to replace our screen, but fortunately we actually have an outdoor screen which we're going to set up in the next few days inside the cinema, which means they'll still be able to come and have movies. So no, not this weekend, but next weekend definitely. Hopefully the carpet, or at least even cement floors doesn't matter in the cinema, does it? As long as they've got seats and the seats are unscathed and the sound system appears to be in good condition, we'll run movies.